Well, no, we were judging really hard about parenting. What was it? Tupac?
I don't remember what we were talking about. You have to refresh me.
You were saying, like, I would be a terrible parent. Like, my kids would just overpower
You're talking about the scenario... Okay, Annabelle, let me ask you this. You probably hate me, but we've been friends a long time. If I was to die tomorrow and I found out I had like a 5-year-old kid and he came up to you and he said, I'm Noah's son and he left me this letter that said, come to you and get help. What would you do with that kid?
I would take care of it.
You'd raise my kid for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's because I love kids.
And
I already want a kid.
Has nothing to do with me, huh?
Well, not really, no.
See, the question was, me and Regan had the scenario. If me and Regan had a kid and he left this kid to me, would I raise this kid? That was the scenario. It was like, which out of us three would raise the other one's kid if was asked? And I was like, I feel like Mackenzie is actually the one who wouldn't do it. I feel like Mackenzie put the kid up for adoption. And I feel like Regan would raise my kid. I don't think he'd like it, but I think he'd raise it. And I think I would raise Regan's kid if I... And I told Regan, I was like, I'd raise your kid, but I would never tell him you're his father. But I'd also make the kid very clear that I'm not his father. I'd be like, you ain't my kid. And he'd be like, who's my dad? I'm like, not important. But I'm not your dad.
Why would you want to know that Regan's his dad?
I just wouldn't want him to know that. I
Yeah,
don't think it's important.
He made it really weird with like how being ambiguous about like kids.
Like if the kid was like, "Who's my dad?" I'm like, "Not me," and he'd be like, "Well, who's my dad?" I don't know.
You should just say you're the dad.
Nope, I'm not his dad.
Well, he'd have more respect for you.
I think he'd have less respect for me. I think he'd have more respect if I'm like, "I'm not your dad, kid. I'm just the dude looking after you. You're a burden to me. You're welcome." And then the scenario got into it. I said, Mackenzie, if both me and Regan had kids, and we both died, would you raise both our kids? And he was like, I would try. And I was like, yeah, you'd be a terrible father to our kids. They'd push you to your breaking point.
Two would be a lot.
I just said 2, and I was like, me and Regan already pushed you to our breaking point. If we had 2 identical kids that would just push you to your breaking point,
I feel like it's a lot more.
You'd have no control.
A lot more because of like the environment you guys are in. A lot more nurture than it is nature, as like you guys were naturally like that.
I don't know, man. That's all I said. I said our kids would drive you to your breaking point. And he was like, I'll take them to the adoption if I've had them for like 7 years.
Right. No, if I couldn't like sustain them, like if I could not financially sustain 2 kids, yeah, I wouldn't hold on to them. I'd have to give them up.
So in this fake parenting argument in which we have secret kids. One of them was black, by the way, for some reason. I don't remember how we got into this. Yeah. Mackenzie brought up a black woman, and somebody's like, what if one of them was black? Was it Regan that did that?
That was Regan.
Somebody we were talking, and he goes, yeah, but one of them was black.
Yeah, that was Regan.
Yeah. It went really off the rails, because at one point, I think I had the conversation, I said, what if I had a son, and Regan had a daughter, and you were raising them, and then you walked in on them, and they were trying to bang each other? How would you take care of that? And then we role-played, and he couldn't handle it.
No, it was a really bad role play. That's why it was
no, it wasn't.
Cringy, dude.
It wasn't bad.
It was so bad.
You're bad at role play.
No, dude,
I gave you the sass that I would have given when I was 16. Shut up, Dad!
It was really awkward. It was like you're trying to perform this for a podcast, and it was just sad. I couldn't stay in character.
So, I think our final docket is 2 assholes to 1 not, right?
Oh, you think I'm not an asshole, or you think the other...
Oh, you are definitely an asshole. I'm talking about on the podcast dad guy.
Oh, yeah.